2024 review. A lot has happened. We are running around crazy, just like normal. We're always really busy, especially during the summer with photography and weddings. And we had a wedding. We had my cousin get married, and it was beautiful, and they were an awesome couple, and I think we won't put any pictures of that in here because Michael is throwing, he's like, I'm going on a rebellion stuff. Like, I don't want to put stuff in it. No, we're not going to put any clips in because it's just a lot more work, but it was beautiful, and I loved their engagement pictures. Now, we do have some of those ready, so that might be able to be put in the video. I don't know, maybe a picture of their invitation or something. There's He's rolling his eyes at me. Help me, guys, help me. He's even madder at me now. Anyways, we had an emergency room time at the hospital. We had just, Corbin started coughing nonstop, and we know he has a little bit of asthma, at least he seemed to in the past, and we brought him in for it, but anyways, he was coughing a ton and having a really difficult time breathing, and so we brought him in, and basically, long story short, we were in the hospital for like 3.5 days this past week, which is why we have another combined vlog for you. Lucky you guys. But it was really, really rough. Michael is such a trooper, and he was at the hospital with Corbin, able to just stay the night. He had to be there the whole time, and he got cheesecake, and I did too at one point. It was really hard, but he's back, and he's doing much better, and I think it was called bronchiolitis plus asthma on top of that, which made it really horrible, and he's just doing so great. In fact, there is one clip I really love, and I think it's so cute, and it's right after, like, probably within an hour of getting home from the hospital after being there for like 3 days, and he was being so happy and just excited to be home, and he went up to James and he did this. Happy to be home. And then, so wedding, hospital trip, James and Corbin being adorable, laughing at each other. We even put them on FaceTime. Well, because, you know, James, it was so cute. James woke up the first morning that Corbin was in the hospital and said, "Where's my Corbin?" He started crying, and I was like, oh, they love each other. It was so cute. I loved that. So anyways, they did some FaceTime and giggled and laughed and screamed at each other so badly that Corbin started coughing again. And Michael's like, I'm going to get in trouble by the nurse. We better stop. Tough time. Look at him. Look at this. He has some toilet paper on his nose. Oh. I'll help you. Did you already wipe your nose? That was the week 23 and 24 review. Now, I'm going to tell you about week 25. The baby, if it was born today, it would most likely survive. So that's a really good, reassuring thing, you know. Once you get to a certain point, you're like, oh. What?
Survive ICU. It wouldn't survive all
that. Oh, no, yeah. It would most likely survive in ICU with a lot of help, but it would still most likely survive. So that's kind of comforting, you know. I still think it needs a little bit of time to cook, if you know what I mean, but yeah, the more in your belly, I think, the better, unless you're going over, and then that's not very good. But I noticed something. At night, I've been having a numbness in like my arms or my hands, and it's normal, but I didn't even think that was related to pregnancy for some reason. I was reading it in What to Expect When You're Expecting, and I guess it's just like something to do with pregnancy, but it's normal. So if you want to learn more about that, read in What to Expect When You're Expecting. And then also, the baby is 9 inches at this point and 1.5 pounds. That's getting up there. That really is getting up there. That's exciting. And also, it should have a face that's fully formed. Hair, eyebrows, eyelashes, everything. The interesting thing about that, though, is the hair is transparent at this point because there's no pigment in it yet. Oh, I have a really cool tip I'm going to give you. Don't let me forget when I show you my belly. And then I think, yeah, that's it. Come on in. So I wanted to tell you about something that I keep forgetting. With James, so the first baby, I had a ton of leg cramps, really bad, at night. It was really bad. With Corbin, I had less, and with this baby, I've only had one, and I think I figured out a way to get rid of them. So what normally happens is I'll be asleep, you know, like, sleeping.
Because this is how she sleeps, on my lap.
Yeah, with my legs, and if I stretch my foot, say I stretch my foot like this, it actually will give me a cramp. Like sometimes in the night I'm just like, stretch, and then this is what I do, I go, in the middle of my sleeping, not even exaggerating, right?
It's true.
I do exactly that. I'm like,
I think she's dying.
and he like freaks out, and I'm like, like I can't do anything because it hurts so bad. And he just pulls my foot like this. He just stretches it, so it pulls out this muscle right here, and it helps. It gets rid of it immediately. Like there's nothing. It just takes care of it just like that. I think the reason why I haven't been getting cramps at night is because the first time I did it, it was just like, I don't know, a few weeks ago I got a cramp or something. And I was like, oh my goodness, I used to have these all the time, and I completely forgot that I've even had them that I used to have them, because I haven't this pregnancy. Anyways, at night, before you go to bed, this is a very good tip. So what he just did when you start having a cramp is you pull your leg back, pull your foot back, stretch your leg out, but pull your foot back. And you do that a couple times before you go to bed, and it will actually help prevent you from getting leg cramps that hurt so bad that I can't even talk. I'm just like, I think I used to scare him really bad when I was first pregnant with James, and we had no idea what was going on, and no idea how to fix it, and I'm just like, it hurt.
Maybe the first one, but I figured it out pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I've dealt with cramps before, and I know how to just stretch it the other way, and it'll go.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it's just because it happens in my sleep, and then all of a sudden it's like just tons of pain, and I'm like, my brain is like still registering even waking up. What's happening? Like, I'm getting hurt. And it just hurts so bad. It's really bad. Anyways, let's do some belly time, and I will show you an awesome trick that I learned.
Also, check out this week's craft that she did it. She finally finished the height chart, so check that out right here.
Yes, it's really cute. I love it. Alright, so here is the trick that I learned, and it is so awesome. You just take a rubber band, a regular rubber band, and put it through your little buttonhole right there, and stick it into itself, you see, and then loop that over your button. And then it gives you a little bit of elasticness, and it will just stretch out as your belly does. And that is so nice, because these get tight really quick. And these are pre-pregnancy pants or whatever, so It'll just make them last a little bit longer. And then here is my belly. Woohoo! Alright, so what is this? Week 25. Pregnancy belly. I'm getting big and I'm getting in the way. It really is getting in the way, but it's exciting. And I can like feel it when it like rips, when like I can feel my skin rip, and I know I'm getting more stretch marks. I think there's this thing called cocoa butter. I don't know, you can get it at like maternity stores, and you just like rub it on your belly, and it's like special lotion that will help it so that it won't be so tight and dry. Oh, and your belly sometimes if you feel your belly getting itchy, it's because you haven't been drinking enough water, and it will make you get more stretch marks. So just a tip. Just something to fly around here. Alright, so there you go. There's my belly. Week 25. Subscribe!